I'm Scott Al Miller. It's the 16th of March, 2022. It is Wednesday, and welcome to the show. Today we are in León all day. I am filming here at the Iglesia Guadalupe, in a slightly different spot than I normally record. And today I'm recording for the first time with an ND filter. Hopefully we get a little bit better motion. I'm just doing an ND16. Last night, quite late, Paul got into town and had a lot of stuff for me. There was actually a camera bag that we thought had been returned months ago that had stayed in Missouri. So when he came through, he just grabbed that and used it to ship all the stuff down that we also didn't think he was going to bring. So we ended up with a lot of cool stuff. That I got an extra camera bag is not a big deal because actually I need several more. It's just an Amazon Basics bag, but it's simple, it wasn't very expensive, and it was perfect for holding all of the stuff that he had to bring, which includes 3 new Micro Four Thirds lenses for my Olympus system, which I have 2 cameras of, so both I use them and Liesl uses them. I got the Olympus Mzuiko 9mm body cap lens. That's a manual focus, really tiny thing. It's fixed at f8, so real simple, but Liesl and I like to use those when doing photo walks, so look for some of that already. By the time this has been posted, you'll have lots of pictures from that. Check out Flickr, and maybe I'll show some on here because I will be using it as early as tomorrow. Liesl and I are planning on photo walking tomorrow. And the 7.5mm 7 Artisans f2.8, also manual focus, but instead of being a body cap lens, this is a huge piece of glass. Really interesting. I've never had a fisheye anywhere near as wide. The 9mm is my first ever fisheye. This is a 7.5, so it's crazy amounts of fisheye, but it's really high quality and should be able to do some really cool stuff. I like how it looks. Then the piece de resistance that I got in this particular set of things is a 50mm f.95 portraiture lens, also manual focus, also from 7 Artisans. This thing, Paul said it's about 5 pounds. It is just the biggest glass you've ever seen with all metal construction. The thing is nuts. I love how the pictures look off of it. I can't wait to be sharing those with you. I also got a number of things for the GoPro, such as some simple like lens covers, like silicone lens covers, and I got this new ND filter set, which I'm quite happy about because I really need it now that I've been paying more attention to the videos, especially when in 4K. We get this like stuttery background, and that is part of that is just the motion. The shutter speed is so high on the camera because it's so bright out here all the time. Even with a polarizing filter, you're just getting way too much light. So with the ND filters, we should be able to make that a little bit more comfortable for viewing and just a little bit smoother, and possibly just a little bit more color tone because we don't have to blow out the sensor quite so much. So all great things there. Lots of batteries came, chargers, cleaning kits, replacement caps that had broken, all kinds of little things like that. So I'm very excited. Lots of camera stuff. It's going to make everything a lot easier. So today, that was last night. Today we started the morning with regular work, and I went out and did a little bit of walking, and pretty light day overall for the first few hours. Today, Martina came over to the house for a little while and hung out. We're talking about doing some cool projects, both for the vlog here that you guys will see here, and on my new channel that a lot of work has been going into called This is Nicaragua. Really excited about stuff we're going to be doing there. I know I'm way behind. People have been looking for this for a while, but we've just been so busy with so many things. We have not really had a chance to get those things out. And one of the biggest things is I don't have a workspace to really get the videos out. And I've mentioned this a lot, so I'm not going to harp on it, but we have a plan to get a new desk into the house here in León so that I can bring the Mac here and really get to work. And then when I'm going to work on the beach, I'll just take the laptop with me and I won't be caught there late. I'll be able to just run out, handle normal work, come back and do all the big video processing here at the house, because that's one of the biggest things, is just the time to upload, download, coordinate all those things, have my external drives in the right spot. There's just a lot of relatively simple pieces, but when you're in multiple places and it's 30 minutes out, 30 minutes back, it becomes a real problem with the amount of work and filming and everything that I'm doing. So we think we have a solution for that. We're going to try to get that enacted as early as tomorrow, and worst case Friday. I think gonna need to go to Maxi Pali and get a couple desks for that. This afternoon, when I finally had a chance to go out and do a photo walk, I didn't actually have any working GoPros. All my batteries were dead. I have 3 batteries here. All of them were dead. 1 battery out at the beach, which obviously I wasn't going to go get. So I did no GoPro filming for my walk today. Instead, I just took out the iPhone 13 mini and headed out into Guadalupe, which is the barrio back this way to the east, a little bit south of La Barrio. And I've never actually been to the Guadalupe church, the Iglesia Guadalupe. I've driven past it, of course, because taxis go past it. It's on a main road, but I've never stopped and actually seen it, never spent any time in anything around it. So I made a point of walking to the church, which is great because it really gives me, like, it's funny, I've been on all sides of it and walked around, like literally around it. And yeah, I didn't know where it was, and it's actually in the midst of one of the busiest parts of the city. It kind of has its own like downtown-y community feel right around the church, and I've managed to miss it all this time. So walking to it gives me a much better feel for how the city is laid out, where things are, how to find stuff, and the like. It's actually on one of the most beautiful roads in the city. It's a gorgeous church itself, surrounded by parks and food trucks everywhere, much like Subtiava is, and the streets leading up to it have beautiful houses, some cool restaurants. I found a Mexican food cart that I want to check out. I found a Chinese restaurant that I want to check out, Cantonese. Lots of things that look really interesting, beautiful walks in part of the city. And when you head south from the church, I approached it from the north, you come to the cemetery of Guadalupe, which of course I knew that was there. It's absolutely huge. It's the biggest cemetery in the region, and it's beautiful. So it was open, which I would expect. So I just went in and walked around on my own with the iPhone pretty close to dusk and got some, I think, really cool pictures. I'm very happy with how a lot of them turned out. Took a little bit of video. It is a fantastic old colonial cemetery. The sculptures and statues and layout and the trees, mature trees, everything just stunning. There's an ancient wall and archway that go between different sections of the cemetery. I imagine that this was the old wall before they had to expand to the modern city streets. The whole thing was really fantastic. I'm extremely happy with the whole walk. And I came back from this long walk in Guadalupe, told Liesl about it, and she is very excited to go out for a photo walk in the area. So our plan is tomorrow on Thursday, I'm going to book time in the evening away from the office, and Liesl and I are going to go out to the cemetery and do a photo walk again, so that she has a bunch of pictures and video and stuff to share with you as well. And of course it'll be uploaded to Flickr, and hopefully we can try out at least one of the new lenses. I really want to get the 9mm out and give that a try. It is my photo walk lens, right? The others are big and heavy, and they're really meant for special things, or there's just a lot of effort to use. But the 9mm, like the 15mm that we really enjoyed using already, is cheap and light and small and fits in a pocket, and you can really go out and just click away, which should be really awesome for a photo walk. And I hope that she really likes getting to see the cemetery. She was very excited about the whole imagery, and I showed her pictures that I took, and she's like, wow, this is very, very cool. So that was really the majority of what we did today. Dominica made BLTs for dinner. She actually made homemade bacon, which I think is her first time actually making bacon at home, but she has the stuff now and she's doing seitan, and it was good. There's a lot, I think, of learning curve on making bacon, and we all like it different, so that's a little bit tough. And we also had really flavorless tomatoes and the wrong bread for it. So we had all the wrong things, and it was pretty good. It was nice being able to get a BLT for the first time in quite some time. And Liesl especially looking forward to that because she's really big on it. But even Luciana, who doesn't like BLTs, loves bacon, and she ate like 6 pieces. And these are thick, almost juicy bacon. It's more like Canadian bacon than traditional bacon in the way that Dominica made it. And Luciana thought it was great. And that's really important because Luciana, we're always looking for additional components to her diet because she tends to be very picky. The things that she likes are relatively limited. So it's very important for us to find things that she's going to be happy with. So we did that. Liesl and I watched some Netflix tonight. We watched a little YouTube, some of our regular camera shows, and we found a sitcom that we tried. We made it a couple episodes, and we're both kind of like, this isn't all that interesting, really. Are you really into it? Like, it's okay, but yeah. That's Netflix's Pretty Smart. It's got a pretty decent cast, but It's so over the top, kind of stupid, that we couldn't watch very much of it. The characters are not very endearing. That's it for Wednesday. For Wednesday, the 16th, here in Nicaragua. I will see all, and wait, I just gotta say, so many subscribers. We hit 410 today. 410! That's crazy. That's so many people. Thank you so much. The show is just taking off. I can't figure out how or why, but we've got more we want to do. I'm so thankful for everyone coming and discovering the show, and all the people asking questions, and I'm going to do my best to get more and more information about Nicaragua, because clearly people are really interested in learning, and for obvious reasons, right? It's such an interesting country. It's so cool. Why are we here? What do we do? How do you handle different things? Just what's interesting? All kinds of stuff. I'm looking forward to sharing more of that with you, with more of you all the time. Tell your friends, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see everyone tomorrow morning.